Chapter 1: The Status of Women in the Ming Dynasty. The Ming Dynasty, spanning from 1368 to 1644, was a period marked by significant social, political, and cultural transformations in China. During this time, the status of women was deeply influenced by Confucian ideals, which emphasized patriarchal structures, filial piety, and the subordination of women to men. These values shaped the roles that women played in both public and private spheres, defining their identities and limiting their opportunities for autonomy. In the family, women were primarily valued for their roles as daughters, wives, and mothers. Their primary function was to maintain the household, produce heirs, and ensure the continuity of family lineage. The Confucian concept of 3 obediences dictated that a woman must obey her father in her youth, her husband in marriage, and her sons in old age. This hierarchical structure reinforced a woman's dependence on male family members throughout her life. While the family was central to a woman's role in society, marriage was another defining aspect of her life. Marriages were often arranged by parents, and the bride had little say in the choice of her husband. This practice was deeply embedded in the Confucian social order, which valued family alliances over individual desires. Women were expected to fulfill their duties within the marriage, maintaining the household and raising children, with little opportunity for personal ambition or career aspirations. Women's education was another area heavily influenced by Confucian values. Education for women was generally limited, and the primary focus was on cultivating virtues such as obedience, humility, and domestic skills. In some cases, women from elite families were taught to read and write, but their education was typically centered on the classics of Confucian thought, and even then, it was considered secondary to the education of men. The lack of educational opportunities, for most women, contributed to their limited participation in intellectual and political life. Despite these constraints, there were women who found ways to assert influence and contribute to society in unique ways. Some women of the elite classes became involved in the arts, literature, and religious life. They wrote poetry, painted, and contributed to the cultural heritage of the dynasty. Women from more humble backgrounds also played significant roles in agriculture and trade, contributing to the economic vitality of the period. While the social structure of the Ming dynasty was rigid, women's status and roles were not entirely static. Over time, a small but notable number of women began to challenge traditional boundaries, finding ways to assert their voices and influence within the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?